All right, JV here. Can you talk to me a little bit about what the last few days have been like, just from a health standpoint? What have you been able to do to kind of like recover? Because you guys have had like a lapse in no games this past week.
All right. Just been coming here, getting treatment with JH, getting in the cold tubs, the hot tubs, the pneumatic boots, just trying to recover our legs so we can get back to playing.
JH, how important is he in that stretch? Is it just something that you know that you got to like recover? Or do you guys coordinate with him on what kind of should be the focuses, and what's that like?
I mean, some people like doing their own thing. Like I know T-Mark is usually T-Mark. Like right as soon as after practice is over, it's T-Mark, Jamal, Mark, Walk. They all go down at the same time, getting cold hot tub. That's their little routine they do every day. I try to get in there, at least get in the hot tub, cold tub, and then get wet and get in the pneumatic boots so my legs to stay fresh every day.
After the game, is it a similar process, or what's kind of recovery after the game? Right after.
Right after?
Yeah.
Usually I just go home right after the game. Just come in the morning, just get recovered. That's when I come back in.
Cool.
But
interesting. So obviously we're kind of in the middle of February now, heading down the stretch in March. Can you talk about what's really your first full season being a key rotational player has been like for you up to this point?
It's been pretty good. Some games play more than others, but as long as I'm out there doing what I'm supposed to do.
Has there been one main takeaway that you've had so far?
Just every time I step on the floor, every time I step on the floor, just give it everything you got.
Yeah.
Because once you give it everything you got, everything will take care of itself.
So with you, your position coach, you do a lot of stuff with Reggie and just a big man in general. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like? Because after practice, like everyone's kind of divided up into the guards are with the guards, right? Forwards are the forwards. For you, what's that time like?
That's the time when we work on our scoring, our shooting and stuff. We work on our jump hooks, just different moves that we'll usually get to in game a lot. So that's the time where we just, separate, just try to focus on
specific skill. Yeah. Hollis is the one that oversees the bigs, or who oversees the bigs?
It's Hollis and Casey. Both of them.
How have they helped you over the course of this season? Just for your time here in Houston.
They helped me tremendously. It's like even since last year when I first got here, I just worked with them nonstop every day. So they helped me a lot throughout this process.
What's Casey Beard like? Because I feel like he might be like one of the forgotten staff.
Yeah.
And the staff, I think he might be like one of the people that always holds on the boards during games. What's kind of his role with how he's helped you, and just like personally, what you've been able to build a relationship with him?
He just helped me, like, cause he see things in the game where I go to HP and KC talk to like how was the game, like what did I do, and then I usually go watch film with KC, and so he kind of breaks it down everything. I should have did here, should have blocked out here, rebound there, get off the block out here. So he likes break everything down piece by piece and try to tell me so I can look forward to the next game and not make the same mistake.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Now, when it comes to coach, something that Calvin's always told us throughout the course of the season, he considers you a freshman just because, obviously last year when it comes to like on the court stuff, it's spotty. It wasn't necessarily just in terms of this year where it's like a much more rigid rotation. For you, obviously being on the team last year, getting a sense of what it's like, obviously always practicing with them, but now that you've kind of had that rotation, what kind of has it been like to kind of be on this side of it, if that makes sense, just in terms of having, that each game in and game out, you're going to have at the very least, I think some games you've been like the first big right off the bench for Houston.
Right. Just knowing that, just trying to make sure I have a sound mind, like a clear mind, just going to every game, just doing what I'm supposed to do. Last year it was just kind of up and down. Like I didn't know if I was gonna get in or not. Right. So my head wasn't really like, it was clear, but it still wasn't like where it should be.
It's got to be challenging, right?
Yeah, it was, but I feel like this year it's just knowing that I'm getting in, gotta go in, do what I'm supposed to do. So that's.
Yeah, so really until y'all season ends, like you guys are gonna have at least 2 games each week. So this is kind of like, I don't know if it's technically a bias. It wasn't a full week.
Right.
I guess technically it is a full week, but anyways, it's until you guys season ends.
Right.
What can you take away from last season and really use that to your advantage to prepare yourself for this stretch? Because it's, like I said, it's now until the end of the tournament.
Really, like we talked about before, is recovery. Like after practice, just trying to get in normal takes, pulls, just everything you do to make your legs refresh, because it's gonna be a tough stretch from now until the end. So just really, I say the main thing is recovery.
Gotcha. Last question for me, just whether it be from Hollis, KC, or even Coach, what's kind of the biggest, or maybe a lesson that kind of sticks with you that any one of them have told you, and it really helped you over the course of the season?
Just every time you step, it's 2 of them. I say every time you step on the floor, just go 100 miles per hour, because you never know what might happen. So if you make a mistake 100 miles per hour, so oh well. At least you playing hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just play hard, rebound. Really the main focus. You know what I'm saying?
Who told you that?
Everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody. KC, HB, everybody.
Yeah.